Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? How you feeling? How are you? How you feeling? Hello, how are you? How you feeling? Let me know in the comments. We want to get started with the latest immigration news. I'm back, uh, and I want to get started. If you, we're doing immigration news and questions. If you have a question, just drop it in the comment section so we can just answer your questions. Okay. The first news is that are you feeling good? Yeah. How are you? I am back. Hello, Okimu Salau. How are you? Nojim Oguluye. How are you? So we're back. I went to a wedding of my brother, got married in Canada. So and then I'm back to my job. It's not like the job is over, right? The job is still going on. And yes, Oche Lade, I'm fine. Nice to hear that. Yeah, we just want to talk about the latest immigration news. And if anybody has a question, you can just drop it in the comment. Hope you bought us a wedding cake. I hope so too, right? Anyway, yeah, I'm back to the job because the job is still going on. We have latest immigration news, but if you have a question, just please put in the comment. We can answer your question. But the first news is that TPS for Venezuela is over, right? The Supreme Court has ruled on the TPS. Basically, they stated that the Trump administration can stop, they can end TPS for Venezuela. So, they went to court and that's it. It's like, um, that's the final news. Let me share my screen and go over the news, and uh, then we can go over questions. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Oh Lord, I hate when it does this. Okay. I hate when it does this. I want to just so. Okay. So, Supreme Court allow Trump to cancel protected status for Venezuelan for now. So basically, it's over. Trump can cancel protection status for Venezuela. Okay, that's the ruling. Oh, I guess you have to pay to read this article here, but that's the news. Okay, TPS for Venezuela, it's over. And then we have first flight leave U.S. under Trump self-deport deal. Okay. Uh, First flight leaves USA under Trump 1,000 self-deport deal. Okay. The Trump administration first charter flight for dozens of self-deporting immigrants took off from Houston early Monday. Yesterday, basically, some people just took the deal and left. Part of the new program offering for them a free trip back home and $1,000. Basically, you get a free trip back home, you go for free, and you get $1,000. That's the deal. Why it matters, the self-deportation flights are one of the few incentives for unauthorized immigrants to present themselves to authorities under President Trump immigration crackdown, which is long on sticks and short on carrot. Self-deportation program was announced in March. Since then, the administration has paid for tickets for some people to return to their home country on commercial airliners. Basically, they pay for your trip, and on top of it, you get $1,000. For those who are unauthorized, don't turn themselves or don't agree to self-deport, the alternative is being detained by immigration official and held possibly for months. So what they're saying is that either you go with the self-deportation plan, or if you get caught or detained by immigration official, can stay in detention center for months before being deported. So that's what they're talking about when it comes to self-deportation. But self-deportation is different from volunteer departure that is granted by an immigration judge. You have to know the difference, because self-deportation, basically you live on your own. Depending on how long you've been here, either you have a 3 years ban or 10 years ban. Those bans that do not go away just because the person self-deport, right? That's just something to keep in mind. When a person decides to take the deal, they have to keep in mind all that. What else? Collateral damage from the war on immigration. Trump administration admits to third mistaken deportation, another mistake. ICE dupe a federal judge into allowing raids in Columbia student dorms. Oh my gosh. What you say, yes, you should know about interacting with ICE. Trump administration first self-deported flight took off from Houston. Okay. This is the same thing. Yeah, let me stop right here and check some other. Stop sharing. Okay, let's take question first, then we're gonna go. Oh my gosh, the lightning. Okay. Yeah, let's take questions first. So then we're going to go over more news, okay? My beneficiary I-730 approval may receive approval notice in the mail, but USCIS status doesn't change. Well, it doesn't matter. You have the notice, the approval notice, right? That's the proof you need. So it doesn't matter if the USCIS status doesn't change online. You have the notice. That's what matters, right? The proof of approval. Hi, hope all is well with you and family. How long after your interview when you married to a US citizen to get a green card? How long after you interview? That will depend first on how the interview went. If the interview went well, I mean, you should receive a response soon. But they have at least 120 days. But when it comes to marriage, they might have up to 6 months. For naturalization, they have only 120 days. If they don't do that, you can sue them. But for marriage based on green card, marriage type of cases, they have up to 6 months after the interview to respond. Yeah, but most of the time they don't take that long. But if the case requires a waiver, yeah, that will take up to 180 days to get an approval after the interview. Okay, it's just going to depend, but just know that in general they have 180 days to respond. That's in general. They can do it sooner or later. I want to see another. Yeah, I got a work permit approved on May 17. That's for a case that's been pending for, when was the case? It's been pending for at least since about 4 months now. That was, yeah, because people keep asking how long it takes. This case has been pending for 4 months, I believe. Yeah, but the work permit got approved, so which is good. I want to see something else here. Just give me one moment. I want to see if we have another news. Um, hold on. Yeah, I just want to see if we have. Yeah, U.S. Imposes travel restrictions on Mexican politicians, um, purportedly linked to drug trafficking. What else? The Department of State and the Department of Homeland Security to facilitate volunteer departure through free travel and relaxed travel document requirement. They're calling it volunteer departure. That's not volunteer departure. This is self-deportation. Of course, you're leaving voluntarily on your own, but that's different from volunteer departure being granted by a judge. There's a huge difference. Yeah. That's what they're talking about, really. Yeah, and they're reopening old cases. Yeah, and they're reopening old cases too, right? The cases that have been administratively closed, you will see much. Um, OPLA will recalendar those cases. They'll be put back on the active docket. So something to keep in mind. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. What do you do after I want 360 approval removal proceeding? If your case was already decided, you have to reopen it. File a motion to reopen to terminate removal proceedings, so you can adjust status. If the case is open, which means pending, then you file directly, right? Motion to reopen to terminate. But if the case, let's say you've already been order removed, that's where it gets complicated because you don't know if they're gonna reopen that case in order to terminate removal. But just know that um, I-360, if it's based on VAWA, it's a deferred action. It's basically a protection against deportation. So you can just like have it with you everywhere you go, something around those lines. Hello, I'm happy to catch this live. Thank you. Thank you very much for showing up. Okay. So I'm just trying to find if there's some other news going on. Okay, so the first, let me just recap. The first news is that TPS for Venezuela is over. It's done. The Supreme Court said that Trump administration, they can stop it. They can cancel it. They can terminate that. Okay. That's number one news. Number two news is that the first flights for people who are self-deporting uh, left Monday. Okay. With some people. I don't know how many, but some people left on Monday. Uh, the government pay for their airline tickets, and they're going to get $1,000 once they arrive in their hometown. That was the deal. That was the offer that Trump gave to them, to the people who want to self-deport. But just what I want to emphasize is that the person has to know there's a huge difference between voluntary departure that is being granted by an immigration judge and self-deportation. Because when it comes to self-deportation, depending on how long you've been in the country, the laws haven't changed. The laws are still the same. If you've been here in the country for 1 year or less than 1 year, but more than 6 months, you have a 3 years ban. If it's more than 1 year, you have a 10 years ban if you've been here unlawfully present. Okay, so the laws doesn't change. But when a person gets a voluntary departure, they ask for it in immigration court, in open court, and they get voluntary departure granted. It's different because that person has some type of benefits when they're trying to return to the US early. Okay, so yeah, they get some type of benefit in terms of, yeah. Yeah, so it's better. So that's number, I was trying to respond to someone. That's number 2 news. First flight left. Number 3 news is that they are reopening cases, cases that were administratively closed are being reopened this summer. If you have a case that's been administratively closed, just be prepared that it's going to be put back on the active docket. It's going to be recalendar. You have a court date for it. Number 4 is that deportations are not over yet because the FBI is teaming up with IRS in order to just help Trump to deport more people. So it's just something that's still going on. It hasn't slowed down yet. Something to be aware of. And they said that they're going to do a reality show where people are going to win citizenship. I don't know about that, how it's going to play out, but that's something that's going on behind the scene. We'll know more once they have an actual show or whatever the plan. Let me touch some. Okay. No, nothing wrong, nothing good. It's just it simply means that the case is just pending. It's either being delayed. Just yeah, it's just the case is pending. There's nothing good or nothing bad. The case is just pending. The decision is not there yet. That's it. Can I apply for adjustment of status? I mean, you can try, but remember that for when it comes to employment base, the rules are different. Uh, if you claim that you apply for asylum early and you're claiming technical reasons, that's just up to USCIS to decide whether or not they can give you the green card. You know what I mean? That's just an argument to be made. There's no guarantee because when it comes to adjustment of status, when it's employment based, the rules are really different. Yeah, yeah, you can claim that technical reason type of exception in order to adjust status under employment base while asylum spending with USCIS. Again, up to USCIS, okay, to decide if they're gonna give it to you. Hi, boss. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I think what's happening is that the way I look at it, right? You need to look at what jurisdiction. If your jurisdiction, people were, because it's all politics basically. To be honest with you, if let's say in your jurisdiction, the judge were nominated by Biden, um, and now Trump is in power, chances are the judge will be more reserved in terms of granting asylum, just because they don't want to lose their job. Because remember, Trump is firing a lot of people. Um, so Detroit, I don't know who. Yeah, you can Google it in terms of to see. Detroit is usually what? Detroit is usually Republican, right? Michigan goes both ways. It's a swing state, I believe. Michigan is a swing state. But anyway, so you can Google the judge and just know the judge history of asylum grant and stuff like that. Then you can have an idea how the judge is most likely to rule on your case. Um, and then um, another thing is, if the judge was nominated by Trump or Biden, that's too something to consider. If the judge is nominated by Biden, the judge will be more reserved in terms of asylum grant. If the judge was nominated um, by Trump, then the judge will be more likely to be strict, but the decision will stand in terms of, if there's no more no fear behind like to think about, oh, I have to think about my job and stuff like that. No, but he's just going to give the decision. So we like to think that the judge is partial. uh, I mean, judge are supposed to be, sorry, the judge are supposed to be impartial. That's what I have to say. But they're human. So, but they are supposed to be impartial. You know what I mean? Because that's the judge's job. So, yeah, swing state. Yeah, you're gonna have to just Google the judge and look at his history. Yeah, just look at the judge history and see how. I've never dealt with Michigan, to be honest. Never had a case there, so I've never really dealt with Michigan to tell you. I don't even know Michigan's what circuit. Let's see, Michigan. Sixth Circuit. Oh, Michigan Sixth Circuit. Yeah. I don't want to scare you off, but Sixth Circuit, Fifth Circuit, First Circuit, they're the bad circuit. But every judge is different, every case is different. You just go there with a lot of hope. The good circuits are our circuit, Fourth Circuit. We have good case law. We base our asylum on. Second Circuit, good circuit. They have good case laws. Ninth Circuit, very good circuit. Um, 8 and 7, I don't know too much, but the one that I know that's really good are fourth, second, 9. First, fifth, and sixth, I have no clue what they do there. They, especially fifth, they're the worst. And then 8 and 7, they're kind of like in the middle. So, but again, every judge is different. 40% approval rate. That's kind of like almost the medium, right? So it's better than some people have 30% approval rate. I think it's better. When court holder pick 134. I don't understand this question, Keaton. By the way, we have 25 people in the house. Please like, please share. We have a lot of people. Please like, please share, okay? Please like, please share. Please like, please share. Please like, please share. Um, green card holder filed for husband, but she will do citizen. Yeah, you file when the person filed for husband when they're a green card holder. When they become a U.S. citizen, they just have to update their case. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't understand the question. Good evening. How are you, Mike Jensen? How are you? How are you feeling? We are talking about the latest news and we are answering questions. So if you have a question, just please put it in the comment section. Oh, good. Yeah, nice to hear that. We are good. We're doing well. No complaints so far, right? No complaints so far. We're doing all right. At least not today, right? I just want to copy the link and put it in my IG so people can get here as I answer questions. Just give me one moment. I'm just like sharing my video. You need to be sharing as well. I'm doing the sharing now. I'm sharing my live session so we can get people in the live session, okay? Okay. So, right. Hello. If CBP deny my entry with advance parole based on vow approved, then later I start concept processing for my home country. So I need waiver I-601. I know waiver is a very long process. Well, if when it comes to waiver, whether you need waiver or not is going to be based on the consulate. I don't think you will need waiver because you know, when a person apply for VAWA or a person apply for marriage, uh, green card based marriage to a U.S. citizen, they don't need waiver if they for unlawful presence. They don't need that. You know what I mean? Because it's automatically forgiven. The only waiver they need is if there's fraud, misrepresentation, and stuff like that. So if you're referring to a waiver of unlawful presence, I don't think you will need it. And in case you need a waiver, the consulate will let you know. So that's how waiver works. If they need a waiver, they'll let you know. Then you apply for waiver. Then you wait. Right? What is the latest news? The latest news is that TPS for Venezuela is over. That's major news. The Supreme Court said that the Trump administration can stop it. And another news I forgot is that the Supreme Court said that the Trump administration cannot be using this Alien Enemy Act. They have to provide sufficient notice. They can just deport people without hearing when it comes to Alien Enemy Act. That's at least that's a good win for us, right? But when it comes to Venezuela TPS, it's over. They say that the Trump administration can terminate it. Okay, and then we have another news as far as self-deportation are concerned. Some people left Monday, and they pay for their airlines, and they're gonna get $1,000. But I wouldn't take that. But anyway, if a person, it's every person's choice, you know, we can't force people with their choices. That's the news. And another one is that they're reopening old cases in terms of cases that were administratively closed. Okay, they're gonna reopen, like put it back on a calendar, sometimes in summer. And what else we have? FBI has teamed up with IRS just for deportation purposes. And the Trump administration said that they want the resources of FBI to be focused on deportations, to stop with color crimes, but to focus on deportations, basically. Yeah, those are the latest news, at least the summary of it. Was approved on Queen Court pending God advance. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you need a waiver, the consulate will let you know. But if you're referring to waiver of unlawful presence, you wouldn't need it, because people who are adjusting under marriage vow, they don't need those type of waivers. The only waiver come into play when it comes to marriage green card is if there's misrepresentation, or if there is some type of criminal activities involved. So, but in any case, if you're outside of the country, the consulate will let you know if you need a waiver or not. Okay, you're welcome. Let me drink water. Oh, sorry. We just filed a K3, though our was filed. Yeah, people do it. I don't think there's an issue, but people do it. But I personally just think that doing like that just delays the process. That's what I personally think. That if there's a problem, that will be the problem, delay. But other than that, I don't think there's a problem. Julieta Alvarez, how are you? Nice to see you too. I wasn't here. I came back yesterday. I went to Canada. My brother got married, so I had to go to Canada to party. I haven't partied for a long time. I was like all over the places over there, but I came back, so that's good. Because I still have to work. It's not like the job is over. So I came back to work, right? So thanks. You're welcome. Nice to see you, Julieta Alvarez. Please like, please share. By the way, please share on your WhatsApp. By the way, everybody in the chat room, please like, please share on your WhatsApp. And we had an approval let me share with you, because people usually ask how long it takes to get a work permit under marriage. This is under this Trump administration. So let me tell you exactly how long it took for this one. Okay. Let me tell you exactly how long it took. So that way people will know, right, how long it takes, because a lot of people ask that same question, how long it takes for this, how long it takes for this. But at least we have this one for under the Trump administration. Got approved on March 17th. So I can tell you exactly how long it took. Okay. Let me pull it. Let me pull it and tell you exactly how long it took. Yeah, we applied on November 20th, 2024. Trump was already won, but then Trump came to power in January, right? So, and it got approved on May 17th. So, December, January, February, March, May, 5 months. So, got approved. This is the work permit based on marriage. Okay. Let me Let me show it to you. Let me erase the name so I can show it to you. Um, yeah, let me show you so you for sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, I erased the name. Let me show you so you know for sure what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is the work permit, right? Based on marriage, you see C09. And this is for an arriving alien. Arriving alien, um, the case is in removal proceedings because the case is not administrative closed. This is a case that asylum was denied. Asylum denied. Okay. I need to make a video for this one actually. Asylum is denied. This is arriving alien. Arriving alien. Asylum is denied. Basically, the person is ordered remove. However, because arriving alien who was admitted seeking asylum, USCIS has jurisdiction over the green card application, which is still pending. So that's what we claim, and we got an approval of C09, work permit for 5 years. And how long it took? 5 months. Okay, 5 months. 5 months. Um, and now the green card is still pending, which of course it's going to be decided. And we hope positively. And the reason we filed this one is because this person meets the requirement. If having alien, even though the person has been ordered removed, jurisdiction is still with USCIS because DHS never executed removal order, right? Green card application, you can still file with USCIS. The way it's going to play out is very simple. When the green card is approved, we go back to court and file a motion to terminate removal proceedings. And this one is easy because the green card supersedes order of removal. And we cause that meanwhile they don't execute that order of removal because the law is very clear. Because the order of removal has not been executed yet, USCIS has jurisdiction over the green card application. That's why we're able to file, and that's why we have a work permit granted. Okay. Yeah, I have to make a video about this one because a lot of people are in this situation. I will have to explain it clearly so that some people can take advantage of it. This person still has an order of removal, but got work permit under marriage because, a having alien who was admitted, jurisdiction still with USCIS for the green card, and the green card still pending, which is going to get approved. We've done it before. So long as DH still hasn't executed the order of removal. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here, take questions. uh yeah, yes. Julieta, yes, I needed that vacation. You should have seen me. I was posting my photos on IG. Oh my gosh, and my small video, I was like all over the place. Yeah, well deserved vacation. Since we have heard. Oh my no, but that was a wedding. Come on. You guys are so funny. But that was a wedding, It was just like the wedding. It was a regular wedding and a regular party. Okay. Nothing crazy. It's like open for everybody to see. Okay. It's not like no, it's not like that. Okay. Oh, you guys are so funny. I have a removal order from 2008 from asylum but got PS 2000. Can I apply for your? No, you cannot. You cannot apply because you do not qualify, and the reason you do not qualify because you've already been order removed. So people apply for 42B when the case is open, and you have to meet the 10 years residency prior to receiving a notice to appear. So in short, you do not qualify for it. Good day as asylum seeker. After one person apply for work authorization, how long it takes? It's supposed to only take 30 days. But nowadays, with this administration, to be honest, I don't know, but it's supposed to take only 30 days. What you can do after you apply, 30 days has passed, you need to follow up with them. And you need to get your congressman involved in following up with USCIS so you can get your work permit. That's how you can do it, okay? Because it's supposed to take only 30 days first time applicant. The law is still the same. Okay. So what else? Yeah, I need to make this video, yes, tomorrow. I'm gonna try to explain this one, arriving alien and work permits. Yeah, I need to make this video because I think it's gonna help out a lot. I need to make I need to make a video about it. I'll make a video about it so that we can help some individuals, okay? Yeah, I'll make a video tomorrow about that. Try to explain that. It looks like it's gonna be good for other people. Every year, that's right, that's right. The best in DC, right? That's right. No doubt about it. That I can tell for sure. Even I know that. Thanks. Please like, please share. Please share on your WhatsApp. Please share on your WhatsApp and please share on your Facebook. Please like, please share. Please like, please share. Okay. Anybody else? We're taking questions. Anybody else? If you have a question. By the way, did you hear that they're going to be doing a reality show for to compete about US citizenship? Let me find it. I was like, I did not believe it until I actually saw it. Like reality. I did not believe it myself when I hear that. Show for citizenship. Yeah, it's right there. Let me show you. This is crazy. You heard this morning. Yeah, I did not believe it when I heard it. I did not believe it at all until I saw it myself. Yeah, let me just share my screen. This is crazy. Well, I don't know if it's really beneficial. Like, I don't know who's qualified to be on that show. It says, yeah, immigrants could compete for citizenship in proposed reality show. It says the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has confirmed it is reviewing a pitch for a new reality TV show that will feature immigrants participating in challenges for the chance to earn U.S. citizenship. The show tentatively titled The American was proposed by Canadian American television producer. Can you imagine? A reality show about the immigration journey. The interview with CNN and other outlets, this person, Warsaw, described the show as a competition where immigrants voluntarily take part in elimination style challenges across different US states. These challenges will be inspired by regional culture or history. Each episode will end in a toll hall style vote in which local residents choose a winner. I think this show will celebrate people in that journey. Really? A DHS spokesperson confirmed the agency received the pitch and that it is undergoing a routine internal review. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Legal and ethical questions. So now we have concerns, right? Legal and ethical questions that participants in the show will be voluntary and will not affect the contestant existing immigration cases. Is concerned about the concept. Yeah. Said that the final will depend on input into legal feasibility. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah, but anyway, that's what's going on. That's what they say. We're gonna see how it plays out. Like an anger game situation. Looks like it. It could be a setup. Yeah, because how would you go and participate? What if you're undocumented? Like, are they gonna? It's like, is it like an amnesty? I'm trying to put the lightning. Is it like an amnesty? If the person is undocumented, how would they qualify to compete for citizenship? I don't know. I don't know about this thing, to be honest with you. And if you have to pay to be on it, that's even worse. I really have no idea how this one is going to play out. This is crazy. This, I don't know about those people anymore. Sometimes I wonder, like, I thought I knew, but I don't know anymore about those people. Anyway, this is it, right? If you don't have any more questions, I guess this is it for today. I'm gonna try to explain arriving alien and adjustment of status again tomorrow in my video. I'm gonna try to make a video explaining it, and I'm gonna explain the detention, how to proceed while you are detained, how it works. I'm gonna try to explain that too. Let me put it down here. Detention, arriving alien. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make 2 videos, try to explain that. Meanwhile, like, share. If you need a consultation, always schedule it on my YouTube channel. Consultation links are in the description box. Anywhere, please follow us too on TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, so you can be there's beside the news, the major news that we talked about. Just be aware of ICE raids, right? ICE raids are still going on. Just be aware of those things. I want to file for my kids under the age 16 for a green card. What? First of all, you have to establish basically if you got a green card or if you got a U.S. citizenship, it means that you enter with inspection, right? So the children too enter with inspection, so they can adjust status, or they can apply for. You can apply for the green card. You have to establish the relationship, birth certificate. That's the main thing, and then sponsorship requirements, which is you have to make the money that is required in order to sponsor the children. So the same way you got your U.S. citizenship, except your green card, except for the you know what I mean, like birth certificate has to have your name and their name on it to establish the relationship, and then sponsorship requirement document that you the same thing you have. If you're the sponsor, you have to show that you have the money to support them, right? Sponsorship requirement. Yeah, I believe that's the most important thing. Birth certificate to establish relationship, and sponsorship documentation to establish that you can actually sponsor them. Money when it comes to tax return and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna explain make 2 videos about adjustment of status and arriving alien, because this might help a lot of individual. And then we're gonna talk about detention, because we have a couple people detained, so gotta deal with that too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, this is it. Thank you very much for being here. We got a lot of people here today. I believe we answered all questions, right? Thank you very much. Please like, please share, please share on your WhatsApp, please share on your Facebook, and please like, please share. If anybody need a consultation, again, they can always schedule it. Always schedule it by using the consultation in my bio. Thank you very much. Until next time, I'll come back when we have major news, like breaking type of news. I'll come back. That'll be probably next week. We might have, because this we don't know. It's always like one day there's no news, the next day there's a breaking news. So I might just show up when there's a breaking news. And by the way, there's a yeah. Please put your question in the comment because we're wrapping up. By the way, the Supreme Court heard the argument about birth citizenship, whatever that is, going on with this administration. We will know about it by end of June, by end of next month. So that's what's going on. And the mistakes that the administration made, the guy never came back. Remember that Garcia guy? He never came back. So Raymond Tunbi, please put your questions. We're wrapping up, okay? Please put your question in the comment section so we can be done with it. Please put your question in the comment section. We want to be done with it. We're wrapping up. Okay, so I don't think you have a question. Raymond Tunbi, I don't think you have a question. We've been waiting for your question now for a couple of minutes. I'm trying to wrap up. Please put your question so we can, wrap up here. Been talking for almost 1 hour. Oh. I don't think he has a question. Come on, Heyman. Come on. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I don't think he has a question though. Okay, so thank you very much. We are going to resume when we get news. Okay, when we get news, we'll come back. Meanwhile, I'll try to make two videos as I promised about arriving alien and adjustment of status, then how to deal with detention and how to be released from detention. Okay. Meanwhile, if you need a lawyer, you always know who to call, the best in DC, right? Until next time, bye bye. Thank you very much, Michael Johnson. Please like, please share on your WhatsApp, by the way. Until next time, bye bye. Thank you very much.